All right, how's it going? Today I just want to have a chat about playing video games online versus real in the flesh version. So in an arcade next to someone or in your front room on your sofa. And also, are video games fun? Of course, the answers be a lot like other questions, right? Yes, no, sometimes. But there's a reason I'm bringing this up now. I'm bringing this up because of an experience that I had yesterday that, probably given my age, had a more profound effect than usual, or at least it became more apparent to me. So yesterday, I played King of Fighters 15 and Street Fighter 5 online with a friend who lives many miles away in a different country, Bone. Now, I play online loads, and it's amazing that it's even possible. I've been playing video games for many, many years, and I remember a time when we didn't have the choice of rolling out of bed and playing with a friend online. There was no internet. There was no online gaming. It simply just didn't exist. It came along later in the form of a 56k dial-up interweb, no broadband, and the Sega Dreamcast console came out with a game called Choo Choo Rocket, a little puzzle game. That was my first taste of online gaming. And that was just a taste, as the technology, it was primitive at the time. There was more to come later, though, with the original Xbox. And that was quite good. But I'd say it was pretty much perfected with the Xbox 360. And that's when it really did work. And we could not only imagine what it would be like to play your friends online at a distance, but actually do it. And it worked. And it was great. It really, really was. However, as good as this obviously is, in the process, as with most modern technology and changes, I believe we've lost something along the way. And what makes it worse is that generations to come, and indeed some people even now, might not have or may not ever get to experience it the way we did, or at least not that often, and far less than playing online. Before the interweb, if you had siblings, you could play together. For example, I played loads with my brother because he's the best bloke ever, and he was only a hallway away. My cousin Nicola, another best bloke, he used to come and stay a lot. So we played tons of video games together, loads. We had the best time doing it. If you wanted to play games with your mates back in the day, with there being no online, you had to get up, get ready, make a trip to go and see a friend, or them come to see you. You had to make an effort. Burns, he used to pretty much always either be on my doorstep or taking me to Raven Games to look for Neo, and then back to his house for a cheesy bean sandwich or a Street Fighter chicken combo bucket, and the challenges on whatever fighting game we just got. And yeah, at times I thought I couldn't be bothered. But now, thinking back, I'm so glad that he could be bothered and that he did bother. Once I got a job and grew up a bit, nothing changed. We went down the arcades on a lunch break and after work with beeps and yelling, getting into trouble for getting back late from lunch. But what could we do? If there were challenges on Capcom versus SNK to be had, we did it. I took in arcade PCBs to work. We had smash-ups after work in the office with beeps and yelling and anyone else that was brave enough to challenge us. At another job, there was one of them arcade cabinets that had a PC inside with a load of emulators on it, including one of the greatest games, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Every night after work, no matter how much of a rush any of us were in, me, Bone, and Roofs had to have a so-called quick go on streets before we left, causing grief for Bone for getting home late. What could we do? We were busy working late, making a crust. No matter how much Roofs would get smashed, he still turned up every night to get blazed to hell with speedy light sweeps in the back of the head until dizzy and then smashed with a combo. Great times. Yes, all of this did involve video games. But as well as the games, more importantly, it was the people that made these memories so special and priceless. It's funny though, taking note of each generation. My dad, he had a different opinion, and he thought that games were not a good pastime, that they were a waste of time. And let's face it, over real stuff like nature and experiences generated from seeing things, learning and meeting new people, he is 100% correct. Yet, I still caught him in my room playing Columns on the Mega Drive, and the many versions of strip poker on the Amiga, understandably, as they did have digitized graphics. It didn't matter what the game was or where we were. What did matter was spending time with each other. So, bringing it back to playing King of Fighters 15 and Street Fighter 5 with Bone yesterday. He's a friend, and I spent time with him playing games, and I cherished it, and it was fun. And yes, this was online. As I said, he lives in a different country, but there's history here. This relationship did not start faceless online. It is real. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the technology is amazing, and without it, I wouldn't have been able to experience what I did yesterday. And we did express that whilst playing. We don't take it for granted. We appreciate it. We know it's amazing, but we know that the real in the flesh version sitting next to each other is better because we've experienced it. So why? Why was this day any different than a lot of the other online sessions I've had? Games, movies, technology, vids, and all that, as fun and as good as it is, they do not come close to what friends and family mean. And when you have experiences like this, I personally think if it highlights it, and it did highlight it, you should take a bit of a time out and take a step back to realize that, reflect and appreciate this. And this is what I did. And this is why I'm having this chat. It's just to let these people know that know how important it was to me. So, are video games fun? Well, the answer is they can be. And even games that aren't that good can still be made fun with the right company. Yelland, he'll know what I mean. With Too Human on 360. Beeps, he'll know what I mean. With Halo and Through the Bumhole. Woods, he'll know what I mean. With Battlefield and Breath. And we know why, right? Wasn't the games. It's the company, the person that's most important. And Bone is proof of that. He was the most important part. And he is what made it fun yesterday. Not the games. They were fun. But he is the most important part. And all I'm saying is let's just take a little bit of time to remember things like that. The important stuff. The results of the bouts, they're not important. That doesn't matter. If you're interested, it was 35 matches to 5 for me. I'm just saying. But that's not the important bit. This chat is for all my Wicked Quoll mates, my cousin Nicola, and my brother for the best gaming memories ever. Now, thanks very much to you all. Cherish memories. Thanks. Crash, I'll see you on the podders. Davies, stop being a big baby and let's have some online smashes. And Gav, I'll see you on Samurai. Nice one. Thanks very much. Brilliant stuff. See you later.